remind me to introduce you to my two little friends, Lefty and Righty.
That's what he calls his balls.
Merry Christmas! It's that time again if you're watching this at the time of Christmas, because if not, you're watching it in June in your underwear.
Happy most recent broadly celebrated holiday.
No, we're here for Christmas.
Oh, happy Christmas.
Santa with muscles.
And little else.
He's got these weird people working.
Oh, God.
Hulk Hogan plays Blake Thorne, who's a dickhead millionaire who beats his staff up daily.
I feel like you're misselling it, though. It's practice. They all enjoy
No,
it.
he literally beats them up. He says later, the chef later in the film says, "Oh, but he loves beating me up."
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah,
the
'cause
chef
they
loves
enjoy
being
it.
beaten up as
Yeah,
well.
I feel
I
like
think
it
they're in
could
on
be
it.
this weird little cult that Hulk is.
Quite possibly, but I feel like they're all
Yeah.
Where
there.
people submit themselves to him and he beats them.
Is the cult wrong if they're all having fun?
How'd I do?
Tremendous. You're the best. Magnificent. I couldn't do this.
Weasels. If you guys are bucking for a Christmas bonus, forget it.
How long's this film? So you get a real sense of the quality of the movie you're in for, I think. I think it's in like the first 2 minutes. There's a moment where he's running and you just catch the shadow of the cameraman running next to him.
Yeah. Oh, there's the cameraman.
Could you see the shadow?
The shadow of the
Really?
cameraman, yeah. Oh, so early on and they've already it.
Old Hulk in this film, yeah, old Blakey Hulk, Hulky Blakey, however you want to call him.
Should we call him?
Hulk, I'm just going to call him Hulk.
Okay.
He's rather partial to a game of paintball.
Never trust the enemy, Captain. Hey, that's not fake! Get him!
Shouldn't do that without goggles.
Haven't they seen Biker Grove?
He starts the film a bit snooty, doesn't he? He
is.
He talks down to people.
He's supposed to be obnoxious, and he is obnoxious, but also
In a very badly acted way.
Okay, guys, let's go kick some paintball butt.
He's meant to be unlikable right now.
yeah, he is.
Is he meant to be as bad as he is?
It will not surprise anybody to hear that Hulk Hogan's acting career in Hollywood did not go far.
He did several. He had a series of films.
He had a series of shit films.
My mom could stay on longer than that.
Suburban Commando.
We're not doing
admit-
it here, Dave. We're not doing
Yeah,
it.
No,
Save
yeah.
it. We're not doing it here. Hold back. Come on, mate. And I know we don't care, but there's no gas canister on that paintball gun.
Whilst Hulk is out playing paintball in his Hummer with his mates on dirt bikes, he ends up damaging a police car.
Dispatch! We got men with guns out here on 43. It must be militia or terrorists. Send everything you got.
He's the sort of officer that shoots a kid.
One of the ones that he damages is driven by Clint Howard, who is Ron Howard's brother. Probably the only recognisable face in this movie.
At that
other
time,
than
there are
Hulk
other
Hogan.
people who are in it, who are famous, or more famous now.
Mr. Frost and his men have
Mila Kunis.
where I live. We used to be.
Oh, and Jennifer Paz.
Is it? Okay. So to evade the police, Hulk rocks up to a shopping mall and then runs in and dresses up as Santa because he finds a Santa suit.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
He needs to work on that hoe.
But then Hulk goes and hides down a rubbish chute.
Well, they stood right by his hands.
Yeah, and then someone dumps rubbish on his head. Which knocks him down the chute.
Not just any rubbish. There's a sweet
it was
irony in what gets
in a
chucked down the chute.
Santa.
Yeah, a large
ornamental Santa.
What we can only assume is polystyrene. But,
Yeah.
but still.
Falls down the chute and then he hits his head on a plastic bin and that knocks him out and gives him amnesia.
Thus setting up this beautiful Christmas story.
He gets found by an elf called Lenny.
He's not a real elf. Let's
He is an elf.
clarify. Let's clarify.
It's
He's not an elf.
that.
No,
He's not an elf.
it's
He's
a man dressed as an elf.
He's a man who works at the mall.
I hate this man.
So what does he do as a good person? Takes his wallet and nicks his money.
And talks about it for an extremely long
Yeah, he
time.
gets
Because he takes the wallet and realises who he is.
I'm richer than rich. I'm too rich. Visa, MasterCard, American Express.
I mean, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, it's Blake Form. Oh my god, I'm going to be so rich, dancing around, and then
He
all
does
of
a
a sudden,
dance, doesn't he? Yeah.
Hulk Hogan wakes up
Because he
It's like,
only
yeah.
hit his head on a plastic bin.
Well,
Hard
yeah.
enough to cause amnesia.
Yeah.
Santa. What? You're Santa Claus. Santa. No. Yes.
What sort of person have you got to be to nick a man's wallet while he's just fallen out of a fucking trash chute? And then when he wakes up and he tells you he doesn't know who he is or what's going on, you tell him he's fucking Santa Claus.
This man.
Then Hulk believes that he is Santa Claus, and then he takes him to where the shopping mall Santa thing is happening.
Oh, that's impressive.
It's like when Hogan did the the slam on Andre the Giant.
I was about to say, Dave, it's exactly like that.
And he's Santa for a while. And then he beats up some crooks who were stealing the donation money for the orphanage.
The most inept theft.
Love it. No one will know. To be fair, with the police force being how they are, he would have got away with it if it wouldn't have just slipped out of under his thing. That's what gets him in. Otherwise,
Perfect crime otherwise, yeah. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
they
criticising.
spent months planning that out. Can you imagine he just starts curb stomping one of them?
All the kids start screaming.
Yeah, Santa, no!
So he beats up the crooks, and then he just decides to go to the orphanage.
Hey, kid, how's it going? Lenny's my name.
Stealing's my game.
And where they find the world's sort of smallest orphanage, because it's just 3 kids. For some reason, the staff of this orphanage just let Hulk Hogan, who thinks he's Santa, and a man dressed as an elf, stay there.
So they
They just let random men dressed
Yeah.
as Santa sleep in the orphanage.
Yep.
It's very 90s.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
A man who thinks he's actually Santa.
Well,
They're giving you no other personal information other than I think I'm Santa.
and another man dressed as an elf.
Who's stealing rolls at my table?
Yeah, can you imagine if there was a spot checker, inspection? Oh,
Yeah.
and who are these?
Yeah,
gentlemen?
Ofsted rocks
Yeah.
up.
Well, and she'll say it really positively. You'll never guess, right? First of all, they gave us some money.
And he thinks he's Santa.
They only got 3 kids at this orphanage.
Yeah, that's why the tailor said
They're taking on men.
Anybody who walks in the door. And then Mila Kunis stays up all night making Hulk Hogan a new outfit, a new Santa outfit.
I shorten the sleeves for freedom of movement. I give it a V-neck and a utility belt for Super Santa.
She's more talented than the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
Yep.
They go to bed, and then Mila Kunis' character takes his costume away.
Her 12-year-old character, by the way.
Yeah.
Barely. Like I would.
No, I think she's 14.
Oh, is she?
is she?
Yeah, well, the actress.
You telling me 10-year-old Mila Kunis made him a pair of lycra fucking tights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do authors have to do?
Yeah. That's what you do. You get them to work. Sewing.
Yeah, sewing. Costumes for Hollywood.
Yeah.
When you said she's better than the Garbage Pail Kids, did you mean making the clothes?
Costumes,
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you just meant.
What do you mean, just facially? What do you think I mean?
You were judging the child.
What did you
Child
mean?
Mila
Oh,
Kunis.
you were judging her acting skills.
Oh, what? And I said her acting skills are better than the Garbage
And
Pail.
I was thinking to myself, but I didn't say it out loud. I was thinking to myself, well, of course she is. It's Mila Kunis.
In the morning, she presents him with a new outfit. So she's
Arguably worse than the original outfit.
it's more
in my
wrestling,
view.
right? It's a bit more. It looks better, to be fair. Let's be
No,
honest.
yeah, it
In
fits
terms
him
of what it
better.
is.
Yeah.
Why have they got those Pajamas for full-grown men in an orphanage.
Because they're
For all the strange men that stay there.
They get a lot of men that just stay the night that she does.
Well,
She
yeah,
obviously
maybe
does
she-
their
yeah,
clothes.
maybe
This felt like very
That's how they keep
natural.
the. That's
for
how
her.
they keep the orphanage open. A
Yeah.
lot of weird men come and stay overnight, and she makes them clothes, and that's. Yeah, maybe that is
Yeah.
it.
Santa, you forgot your,
Mrs. Claus says it tickles, so I just wear it for deliveries.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Riddle solved.
Because I didn't want to wear a beard the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's how they sell it to the little kid
They
that
say-
believes in Father
Yeah.
Christmas.
His wife doesn't like how the beard tickles.
There's a bit where Hulk and Lenny are sat around the table having dinner with the orphans and the staff, and they use the weirdest laugh track.
and the guy says, Santa's helpers. And this guy.
Oh, that repeated laughter.
That's horrible. It's got like this demonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
Because it's the
repeat.
same little bit of a sound.
Over the North Pole.
Oh, it's that. Sir. You didn't have any more
No.
laughter.
No,
That was
they
it.
They just chopped up that one little bit.
Someone just nicked their Christmas tree.
Times,
the orphanage.
times are tough.
The orphanage is also being targeted by evil scientist Ebner Frost, played by Ed Begley.
Is his science ever explained? Why are there just scientists walking around on the grass outside in the dark?
You're doing science.
To quantify that data, you'll see.
See? Quantify that data.
And he's got a germ phobia. So he sort of wears this golf suit, like
Yes.
beekeeper suit.
Just standing there like a f***ing lost Cyberman.
Yeah.
When they come in and they spray the room
Yeah.
first.
Oh, they
and-
don't just spray the room. He proper goes for like a choreographed move with the thing. It's like a really nicely done bit.
It's well done.
Yeah.
One of
and,
the best shots in the movie.
yeah. All right. All right.
Yeah, arguably it actually is. Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
not arguing
Yeah,
it.
I'm not going to search for a better one, thanks.
Here we go.
Jesus.
Here we go. X-Men.
It's like an X-Men of perverts. Old Ebner's got a little gang of goons.
Yes. How
who-
utterly disappointing they were.
They all seem like people with additional needs. Oh, well, there's one that's not too bad, I guess.
What, the electric
Dr.
woman?
Blight. Blight, something like that.
Something about him seems familiar.
Of course. I saw him last year at this time. And the year before that.
Couple of bangers in it.
He's quite good, actually.
These two are not bad.
The second in command guy
Yeah.
is the best thing in this.
Thought it was Christmas, not Halloween. Why don't you go
He
plays it
works
well.
the best
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
for what it is.
Blurry vision. Reflexes.
Oh, I did not expect that from him.
It's a guy called
Yeah.
Steve Valentine, and he played Dr. Blight.
some bad tummy aches and splitting headaches?
The other lot, you got Electric Lady.
Oh, yeah, they're all rubbish.
But
Electric-
you did get enough. The weird thing is I was thinking, oh yeah, but then they just didn't do anything. But they did, didn't they?
They had
all
their own. They had their own fights. She got water poured on her.
You can't open it, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's gonna take me 4 years, but I will do it.
Yeah.
The mad geologist got shut
he's
behind
an
a door
Archeologist.
3 times.
Yeah, good one, kid. The sprayer guy.
The sprayer guy. They genuinely attempted to murder him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And I'll use your friends in my next experiment. Until next.
Oh, that's an interesting man, isn't it? Not seen him before. And then they brought your mate in.
Yeah, for any wrestling fans, anybody who watched early 90s wrestling, Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's basically his whole career has been, I'm a mate of Hulk Hogan's.
Oh, spring.
Right. Now we got our villains.
Why have we got our villains?
Nah, I'm excited.
So Ebner and his goons want to destroy the orphanage because it is sitting on top of a cavern full of crystals, very expensive crystals. They could just like buy the orphanage and then kick them out. I don't know why they haven't just done that.
Even if they don't have the money for it, there's an argument to go out and get investment for it because of the reason for doing it. Yeah, we're doing it.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows what is under this. Or Ebner does, and as it turns out, so does Hulk, because we find out later.
Well, the kids all know one part of that.
They know one bit of the
Yeah,
number
they know
each,
three of
and
the
then
numbers.
Hulk finds it.
What's in that vault down there?
I don't know. I don't think it's been open in all the years I've been here.
We know the combination. Well, some of it anyway.
So what? How?
Why?
So whilst he's fighting Ebner Frost and his goons, he's slowly starting, and they do sort of pepper it in that these slight hints as to Hulk remembering who he is.
Get out of my life!
This has been quite exciting.
There's one bit when he's fighting Dr. Blight on the top of this church, I think it's a tower of the orphanage.
It is,
the bell tower, and they're fighting it. And Hulk knocks him out, and he's pleased with himself that he's defeated the bad guy. And then he gets scuppered by an ornamental Santa. After an entire fight with a villain, he gets bested by a mechanical Santa
Made of plastic.
but luckily lands in the back of a rubbish truck next to a picture of his face, because he has this.
And then it all
Brand.
comes back to him.
The picture's still not big enough.
Picture's still not big enough. There you
He
go.
knows. He
Who
knows.
knows?
He's back. He's forgot all about that shitty orphanage.
Yeah.
And it comes up now. The orphanage closed. The kids all died. They put them down. Merry Christmas.
Through the magic of Christmas and orphans and other things, he
I
gets
don't-
his memory back.
Well, hang on. Sorry? You're taking a leap with that. Through the magic of orphans and Christmas,
Yeah.
he gets his memory back.
What's that magic
That's
of orphans?
that does not happen in this film.
It does. It kind of does. And
What are you on about?
They do.
What are you on about?
I'm not saying it's done in any great and meaningful way, but that is kind of what they're trying to do. And with his
how?
relationship
How?
with the
That
little girl.
subtext is not in this movie.
Thanks, Pierre.
Oh, it's just not the same.
Yeah,
It's not the same anymore. He's been touched.
yeah,
Yeah.
by children.
Yeah, it's just the way you said it, though.
So he ends up talking to the girl, and through the conversation of her talking about what the rules of Santa, and then he starts saying about his rules, because at the beginning of the film, him and his staff, he has all these little sayings that are rules,
Right.
and there's all of these things, and then he starts telling her some of these, but then he's sort of confused because he still thinks he's Santa.
Mm-hmm.
And then through that conversation, that's kind of like the start of his
Sure.
unraveling.
Magic of Christmas. That's what I want you to defend.
The magic of Christmas.
magic of
because
Christmas
he's
gets
Santa
his
Claus,
memory
and
back.
because he's been Santa Claus, and now he's gotten
There is-
involved with this orphanage, and through all of that, and their belief in him as Santa, and then
There's-
I'm not saying it's done well.
There's
You're like,
no magic of Christmas implied
Yeah,
in
I
this.
think I'd-
Absolutely not.
he's called Santa with muscles, and it happens at Christmas time.
I strongly suggest that you return to your next of kin.
This is my family.
That developed quickly.
He's got no one else, has he? He's got no memories.
Hulk runs off with his goons to, I think it's to rescue the orphanage. He's remembered who he is from
Yeah.
Bully, and he runs off with his staff, and they play what is definitely not The Great Escape.
That was excellently done, like avoiding just the right note there.
It was masterful, just weaving in and out of the notes just to avoid it. So he gets his memory back and he realises that he was an orphan at this orphanage.
How did you... Isn't it coming back to you yet, son? You grew up here.
And then he realises that his old friend is Ebner Frost.
Best friends they were.
Yeah.
Apparently.
You see the boy sitting right next to you? He was your best friend, Ebner Frost.
Oh.
And he uses that to his advantage when he sort of, not fights him, but, they have an
awful scuffle.
An awful scuffle, a bloody crystal lightsaber fight.
I wouldn't say this film has shown off Hulk Hogan's skills in any way. Would you?
No.
I mean, what skills do you think he has?
Well, sometimes he rouses himself up and gets energy.
The crystals that are there apparently absorb electrical or create electrical energy.
That was it.
And then if they vibrate in the wrong way, then
explode.
they explode. But essentially, them having this fight down in the cavern sets off a chain reaction that causes the whole thing to explode. So the orphanage falls in on itself, collapses in on itself.
Pretty good.
Pretty
good.
Yeah,
it's not a bad effect.
It looks like a model, but
It's
reasonably
the best
well
effect
done
in
one.
the film.
Yeah.
It's more convincing than anything else.
Yep.
And Hulk's acting.
I'm not through with you, Blake. I'm just getting started.
Merry Christmas, Ebner.
Oh God, it's horrible.
That whole bit at the end is really weird because you've got
Just
you've got the police and stuff transporting people behind the main cast, and they're all laughing about the fact that this stuff is going on behind them. And it's like, I'm sure that this wouldn't be like you'd be
building. That's your orphanage.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Your home has just burnt down, and I'm pretty sure that the police would have some questions for you. I like the effort they've gone to.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Time has passed, and apparently, it looks like Hulk has bought
Loads
the
of children.
science mansion, basically set up an orphanage in the old science building, and then everything's wonderful because he's lovely and
He's realised he's a good person.
yeah, and everyone's happy.
Tiny Tim has come with the turkey.
Yeah.
And they're so close to the prison that they can see.
Yeah, they've got a spyglass.
Oh, thank Christ. I just found that none of it was joyous.
No, it's
there
not.
was no, for a Christmas film, there was no warmth or like, I like the whole point is that he has this connection with these children. I didn't feel like him and the kids grew.
He's of such limited range, and he's working. The film is written by
badly.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got two bad things combining to make it an even worse experience for everyone.
And it was.
Yes, it's a terrible experience.
Are you not intrigued to figure out where this story's going to go?
A little bit.
I'd quite happily read a paragraph about it and not have to watch it.
I mean, that's not how you experience things, though, Dave.
It's how you should experience this, because this is fucking appalling.
That's not fair. We're not even halfway through yet.
We don't need to be halfway through. Look at how bad Hulk Hogan has been for the entirety of his screen time.
But now this is it. He's found his flow.
He's really warming up.
Yeah. You not heard? That's what happens to actors in films.
What, they warm up, do they?
Yeah, as the film goes on.
It's all that chronological filming
they
do, isn't it?
Warm up a bit better.
It's not a Christmas film anyway. It's just the only reason they've, as far as I can see anyway, the only reason they've really done it is said, right, we want to put out a film, we want a big star in it, and when's a good time to get a lot of people in? Christmas doesn't really matter as long as we can say that he's Santa.
Yeah.
Came out on the 8th of November as well.
Well, they wanted to beat the Christmas rush.
Yeah. Or maybe they thought it would be a slow build.
Yeah.
Probably they realised they wouldn't be able to compete with any of the other Christmas movies.
They thought word of mouth on this, and then by the time Christmas
grow.
comes, it'll kill.
It'll be huge.
Hulk Hogan can't carry the film.
No, he's a terrible actor.
Quietly moving.
Oh, what? And what, you saying he couldn't do it? I've seen him lift a giant. He's also, I wouldn't say, very charismatic in any way.
He is.
He's not
as
in
a person,
this.
but not in this context as an actor playing a role. As a wrestler, He was very good, charismatic. He went very far and very limited ability. He was incredibly popular.
Oh, absolutely, he was.
He was popular with valid reason because he was the most exciting thing in the
it
in the vicinity of it. The thing that I find most amazing is that he's managed in the wrestling world to kind of essentially keep such longevity.
I can't imagine he's a good singer.
I think he did release a single.
That doesn't mean he was a good singer.
Yeah, so Mr. Blobby went to number 1.
I was born, I was bred, I was southern fed. Got a crazy idea running through my head. California is a place that I had to be. Then a speech in the pit really set me free.
You know, that's why he was in WCW, because he wanted to do more films, and they would give him the schedule that allowed him to make such wonderful.
I'm glad, because we got some classics.
And here we are. That decision has led to us sitting here right now talking about this
Suburban
film.
Commando.
We're not talking about Suburban Commando.
But he's quite good in that.
We're not talking about it now. Another time.
How do you know which ones are the right ones?
You have to squeeze it a bit.
Wow, I found a good one.
So I read this on Wikipedia and some other places, but I'm not wholly sure of its validity.
B&TB rumor.
But apparently Jordan Belfort, who was the real life inspiration for Wolf of Wall Street, produced this, or was a producer on this film.
That makes sense. And then that makes sense with the put Hulk in it, make it Christmassy.
Just earn some money.
Yeah.
Want to guess how much it made? I've no idea about budget. Couldn't find anything to suggest its budget.
This was released in cinemas.
It had a 2-week run in cinemas.
4 million.
It took $220,000, which in today's money would be about $443,000.
I'm ready for this to be over now, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yes. Does that mean we can turn it off?
No.
Oh, okay.
We've got a commitment.
Absolutely nothing. I hated every minute of this. It's worse than vanilla. Vanilla I can take. I'm the king of vanilla. This is not vanilla. This is like, it's just fucking sour shit.
King of vanilla, the arrogance of this man.
You berate me for sitting through nonsensical shit that's just like, vapid entertainment.
Saying you're king, I'd say you're mid-beige.
That's suggesting I'm better than I'm describing myself as, isn't it?
Absolutely. At least you'd be the king of something.
Yeah, well, I'll take that.
No, but you're not.
Oh,
you're
right.
mid.
Round up the troops and see if we can convince our little friends to adopt a new attitude.
That was...
Adopt. That's a good one, sir.
I agree. No Christmas stars from me. It's weird, but not. It wasn't fun for me.
I'll give it some credit. I have no idea what's going to happen next.
You're on the edge, aren't you?
Yeah, really invested. I'm going to be Christmasly generous and give this 1. But only because, as a pro wrestling nerd and someone who knows of Hulk Hogan outside of wrestling, and having known him be an egotistical maniac, I quite enjoyed watching him make a tit of himself. I know that it flopped and no one watched it because it was shit. It's kind of amusing. So yeah, 1.
Santa with Muscles gets a merry 1 out of 15. If you liked this, please do like and subscribe. Thank you to our new Patreons. There's new people and the old Patreons. Yeah, I'm not forgetting them. All of the Patreons. Thank you all.
We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, very nice.
If you're watching now, blimey, what are you doing? Hit subscribe.
And tell people.
Tell them people.
Leave us a comment. They're very nice. And merry, merry, ho, ho.
Just feels wrong.
It's nasty. Just say Merry Christmas and finish the video.
I've said what I'll say.
Merry Christmas, everyone.